Good morning, Mr. Nafi and everyone. Thank you all for joining the Food Technology Communication course. Let me introduce ourselves. My name is Suryati Ningsih and my last number 1015. Today, I do like to talk about the food processing technology of the gadung sugar commodity. The research I chose with the title Physical and Chemical Characteristic of Gadung Sugar Chips result from variance, soaking time, and water flow rates. The presentation will likely take about 7 minutes. First of all, I will give you overview of gadung sugar. Gadung sugar is one type of the sugar that is high in carbohydrates. This sugar contains the toxic compound hydrogen cyanide or HCN at the level ratings 469 ppm. I mean 469. Meanwhile, the safe consumption limit of the HCN for humans is 15 ppm. Excessive consumption of HCN can cause various symptoms. We work to reduce HCN content to make it safe for consumption require a special processing method, namely continuous soaking of the gadung sugar in the water. Therefore, the research conduct combinations of treatment with the various in the water flow rates and soaking durations. Then I will talk about the material method used in this research. The material used in this research are gadung sugar, wood ash, water, distilled water, salt, silver nitrate, sodium hydroxide, potassium iodine, and ammonium hydroxide. And next, the tools used in this research are analytical scale, frying pans, pots, lancet bucket, color reader, other glassware, vinegar calipers, and immersion tools with the water tank. Then, in the research design method, this is use a randomized block design or RBD. Meanwhile, the treatment used in this research can be seen on this slide. Moving on swiftly, let's take a look at the application of the research methods conduct, which is the productions of gadung sugar chips and the testing the physical and chemical characteristics of gadung sugar chips. The flow chart for gadung sugar chips productions is shown in the figure 1. In the production of the gadung sugar chips, the process began with the preparations of gadung sugar. After the gadung sugar is ready, it is peeled to remove the peel of the sugar. Then, the peeled gadung is cut to a thickness of around 3 millimeters to increase the gadung sugar surface area and make processing easier. Each piece of gadung sugar products is then subject to fermentation process using 800 grams of wood ash for every 600 kilogram of spices chips. After equally dispersed wood ash has been applied, the chips are allowed to rest for 12 hours in order to lower their HCN level. After fermentation, the chips are sun-dried until they are completely dry. to lower the HCN content in the chips, they are then soaked the clean water based on the treatment time and water flow rates. The chips are cleaned with the water after soaking in order to get rid of any dirt that could have stuck to it. Then for every 2 kilograms of wet chips, 2.7 liters of water and 3 grams of the salt are added, and the chips are boiled for 4 until 5 minutes. The purpose of boil the chips is to contribute flavor and enhance their structure. After being boiled, the chips are dried till they are turned into crispy chips. And then the testing chemical characteristic of Gadun sugar chips refers to supporting research and AOS. And then I will explain you about the research and discussions. First of all, the physical properties of Gadun chips are yield and color brightness. First, the yield. If you look at this slide, we can see that the yield will decrease with the long soaking time and the high water flow rates. The yam cell will release more dissolved substance into the water during that treatment. As a result, the chips might lose mass to do the damage to the cell structure. If the chips cell are damaged, water and other dissolved material will be to leak out of them. This is due to the reductions in yield by making the chips structure softer and more porous. And next, color brightness. Let's look at the graph showing that the longer soaking with the higher water flow rates, the more Gadun chips will have higher color brightness. This is because the longer soaking time and the increased water flow rates will help wash away the dirt on the surface of the chips, resulting in the brighter color chips. Okay, the chemical properties analysis from Gadun chips is a HCN content. We'll notice on this chart the soaking time and the water flow rates to the use of a decrease in the HCN content. The treatment with prolonged soaking in the water can break down HCN from cyanogenic glycoside, causing a significant amount of HCN to dissolve and be carried away by the water. A combination of treatment with the high water flow rates can also lead to removal of HCN compound, because the faster flowing rates can more efficiently carry dissolved HCN compound away for diffusions. Here, a quick recap what I have covered in my slide. The soaking time and the water flow rates significantly affect the physical and chemical characteristics of the Gadun sugar chips. Increased soaking time and the water flow rates will reduce the yield and the HCN content from Gadun chips, but will increase the brightness of the Gadun chips color. Okay, next chapter, Q&A. If you have any question, please raise up your hand. Thank you all for your attention and for taking time to be here today. I hope this presentation has provided value insight. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Once again, thank you and have a great day.